So if you missed class today, we started doing some task cards that are a review of things that we did in Unit 1, and we did 1 through 4 together. So if we take a look at these, number 1, we're finding volume. So the first thing that we would do is find our length right here, and we can see that there are 1, 2, 3 for our length, and then we find our width going back, and there are 1, 2. And then we find our height going up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now that we know our length times width times height, we can just multiply these together to get the volume. So to get our volume, we're going to take our 3 times 2, which is 6, and then we're going to multiply that times 4, and we end up with a final answer of 24. And since they don't tell us what units, we're just going to call it units cubed. All right, our next one is looking at those expressions, and we know with parentheses, we have to do that part first. So we're going to do these first parentheses, and 5 times 6 is 30. Then we're going to do these other parentheses. 30 divided by 3 is 10, and then we're going to add it together to get 40. There we go. All right, our next problem, I'm going to rewrite it going up and down to do our multiplication, 63 times 58. All right, now we'll go ahead and multiply through the 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Put down your 4, carry your 2. Then we do 8 times 6 is 48, plus 2 is 50. I've used that 8. I'm going to cross it out. I'm going to cross out this 2 that I carried. Then when we move over to the 5, it's not really a 5. It is a 50. So I'm going to put down my placeholder 0 here. And now multiply through the 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And then 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. And now I'm going to add both rows up. 4 and 0 is 4. 0 and 5 is 5. 5 and 1 is 6. And 3 and nothing is 3. And then we go from the back, 1, 2, 3, comma. And there's our 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication we've been practicing. Next, we're going to find the area with our fractional sides. And if we look at this one, we can see that our whole numbers are 9 and 6, so we're going to multiply 9 times 6, and 9 times 6 is equal to 54. So now that I've done the 6 times the 9, I'm going to take this 1/3 times the 9. And we've been doing this with repeated addition. So I would have 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. I'm doing 9 times, plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. Oh, I'm out of room, plus 1/3. Okay, so I've got it 9 times. And then how can I bring these into one wholes? Well, I know that if I have 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3, that gives me 3/3, which is 1 whole. So I need 3/3 to make 1 whole, and then another 3 1/3 to make a whole. Oh, and I've got 3 more. So I have 3 wholes that I can add to my 54. So I'm going to add those in, and I end up with 57. And since it is area, it is going to be 57 yards squared. Okay, so that's what we reviewed in class today, just going over some of those skills from Unit 1. Now what you will do is you will go ahead and you will do questions 5 through 8 on the task cards, which are labeled in the module. After you've done 5 through 8, you can send those to me so that I can check them for you. I checked them in small group for everyone this afternoon. And then you can do 9 through 12 on your own, and that's what you will upload as your assignment for today. Additionally, you need to do your extra math every single day, and then your weekly 10 is due on Friday. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of me.